Scene 5. Go do your thing.
And action.
Jesse and I had just agreed on doing the interview in a quiet, authentic place, far away from people, when he wrote, "By the way, just to your background information, I am bipolar type 2. Okay, so I started Googling it. And the first results coming up was something like extreme mood and energy level, feelings of euphoria, abnormal excitement or elevated mood, and having exaggerated self-confidence. But on the other hand, a typical symptom is also depression and suicidal thoughts, and last but not least, engaging in risky behavior and increased sexual desire." Yeah, so from my meeting with him a few hours earlier, I didn't worry at all that this was a good or bad idea. So I wrote, "Do you think that this will affect an interview situation?" "No, it's just for your general background research. It's a part of my story and I take lithium now. It works." But instead of meeting up in a quiet place, I thought maybe we should meet up in my hostel instead, because there are plenty of common rooms, a lot of people. So we met up outside my hostel and we talked about an hour before the interview started.
What the hell's our homeless going to do?
Okay,
This
cheers
Cheers.
for my first interview.
Are we rolling?
Yeah. Say
Yeah,
hi, this is Charles. Wants to say hi to you. He's a bit shy.
He seems a little dangerous. I don't know if I...
He's my travel buddy, but he's always looking after ladies. So,
Oh,
Charles.
I thought he was into cocaine or something.
Cocaine?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he's got the world's biggest Coke straw. Well,
No, he's just looking after ladies.
well, he's in Hollywood now, so
Yeah,
it's time
and he
to...
wants to interview a lot of people, and he
Get-
wants to know a lot about you. So now he's sitting here, ready for take.
Okay, now I'm starting to wonder if I'm dreaming this.
No, you're
What
not.
the fuck? Basically, I'm here to write and direct. That's my goal, but it's very difficult when you're homeless. My dream is to make movies that can affect people in a beautiful way, and also hopefully maybe enlighten some people into some stories about humanity that people don't realize or understand or haven't seen.
What
And
kind of stories?
a lot of it would be to do with my story, my own story.
Yeah.
I've struggled for years with mental health and drug abuse and homelessness. Homelessness, not so much up until relatively recently. But yeah, definitely I'm bipolar type 2, as is a lot of creative people. But unfortunately for me, I was just never in a good economic position or had never really achieved any great success.
But you're still working on it. You're still trying to get there. And
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of it's just been survival. That's been the hard part. It's frustrating for me that I haven't created anything really.
anything yet?
Yeah.
Yet.
I mean, I had yes. It's so difficult right now just to take a shower or change, keep clean. I mean, basically, I've given up at this point of buying clothes because it's just extra things I have to carry around. I have one bag.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw your bag.
Yeah.
It's like this size.
Yeah. Well, this size.
Yeah.
Wait, put your hands like this.
Like this.
We need an audience. We need an audience.
Yeah.
That would have been the I've come to the conclusion at this point, before I can get serious about, for example, going to auditions, I mean, I need to take some acting classes. First of all, A.
Yeah.
B, I need to get some headshots.
Yeah. So the biggest obstacle for you is like the process of
Well, being homeless, everything.
Yeah, that's a big
I can't. It's pretty much at this point, at first I was going to try and, I can do that. And it's like, no, I need to, at the very least, get a van to live in.
Okay.
Then I'll have transportation and someplace to keep my stuff so that homeless people don't steal it.
So it seems like there's a lot of obstacles. But you said in your Instagram that you are an optimist.
Yes.
Or an optimist.
I think people see that when they meet me on the street. Somehow they recognize my optimistic energy.
I did. And that's a good skill, I think.
I had spent about 5.5 years in Berlin, Germany. I had, married a German woman. Yeah. We really kind of triggered each other in a big way. So I ended up relapsing seriously on alcohol. Before Germany, from the last time that I had been homeless, I had more or less been able to keep it together as far as alcohol and other drugs. But once I got in a situation where I couldn't really escape, it was really impossible for me to find another place to live because I just didn't have that much money. Okay, so basically after really crashing and burning in Germany, I finally thought to myself, why the hell am I even here? Finally I said, you know what, screw it. I'm going back to the United States. Yeah. But I thought, well, on the other hand, if I don't get some clean time from alcohol and drugs before I go back to the United States, it's not a good idea, because in the United States, it's very easy to get harder drugs on the street, as in crack cocaine. Yeah, so with that in mind, I thought, okay, I need to get some clean time. So I decided on Mexico. I took my dog to Mexico. We lived there for 7 months. She swam every day, as I promised her. I relapsed about 3 times, I think, over there. But after a while, I thought, okay, you know, if I drink now, tonight, today, whatever, then tomorrow she's not going to go to the beach because I won't be able to take her. So that's what helped keep me clean. I swore on my father's ashes to my dog, hey, you're gonna, because my dog was more than most the average dog. And all of a sudden I got a call from the United States from my friends, Social Security. I got the letter from them saying they have to reevaluate you to see if you're still disabled for the money. And I thought, oh, fuck, okay. So I called them up and they said, oh, Mexico, you're not supposed to be there.
What?
So they immediately cut the benefit. So I had to go back right away. The crazy thing was, I went to the vet in Mexico to get the health certificate so my dog could fly. And he asked me if I was giving her any kind of tick prevention, which I said no to. Yeah. And he said, oh, really? I should give her a blood test then. He came back and he said, hey, I have some bad news for you. And I'm, okay. It's like, with the amount of white blood cells that your dog has, she shouldn't be alive standing here. It turned out she had acute leukemia. Oh. So I flew to San Francisco in like 3 days, 2 days, and she ended up dying 8 days later. People who knew me and knew Reese, and who knew what the connection was between us, really didn't expect that I would even survive her death. You know, of course I wanted to use drugs and get drunk and all that, but I said to myself, like, you know, of all the times in Berlin when she didn't get what she should have been getting from me, she still gave me everything that she had. If I would drink now, that's like an insult to her memory and to her. Since I kind of pulled out of that, now, okay, I'm pretty much okay. Yeah. Every now and then I get a little shaky, but for the most part, I'm good.
I'm really happy that you want to share it.
Well, there's a lot more.
There's a lot more, yeah.
There's like about 6 or 7.
I don't want to take all your time from your schedule. I know.
Yeah, I've got a sign to hold.
So after the interview, I plan to go to San Diego, and I think both of us thought this was gonna be the last time that we saw each other. But we got a really, really good idea. I will tell you more about that in next video.